In this video, we're going to look at the top 5 AV receivers available on the market today. We made this list based on our own opinion, research, and customer reviews. We've considered the quality, features, and values when narrowing down the best choices possible. If you want more information and updated pricing on the products mentioned, be sure to check the links in the description box below. So, here are the top 5 best AV receivers. The 5th product on our list is the YAMAHA RX V385. We love technology in high-end home cinema equipment because the lower-cost models benefit the most as many features migrate to the most budget-friendly units. Not many years ago, we had Dolby True HD and DTS HD Master Audio in the top-of-the-line receivers, and now we're starting to see these only in the cheapest models. This makes things much easier for people that want to enjoy some cinematic audio without the need to spend big bucks on a top-of-the-line system. Today, we will be looking at one such model in our YAMAHA RX V385 review, which was released in 2019 and is currently the entry-level unit in Yamaha's range of AV receivers. The RX V385 is basically a 5.1 channels AV receiver with a decent 70 watts of power, Dolby True HD, DTS HD Master Audio support, and features including the YPAO audio calibration system. Moreover, it comes with a few extra features like Virtual Cinema DSP, Bluetooth streaming, 4K signal, and HDR pass-through. Not only that, but there are even bi-amp capabilities and HDMI upscaling to give you the best variety of options possible for the price. Yamaha is famous for its quality components in its AV receivers, and especially its premium Avantage series. But this doesn't mean that the most price-friendly RX V series is lacking that quality. In fact, we find the RX V385 emphasizing a very robust design with good quality parts. This receiver may not be the most powerful we have seen in this category, yet with its 70 watts per channel, it has plenty of juice for small to medium-sized living rooms and home cinemas. Along with that, the ability to bi-amp the front channels, you are sure to get plenty of quality out of this unit. Its pros are: it has a solid range of features, its build quality is undeniably good, and it's powerful enough for most households. However, there is no Dolby Atmos or DTS-X support. The Yamaha RX V385 is a great unit for those that need something reliable and powerful for home entertainment. Up next in 4th place is the Denon AVR-S540BT. This unit, much like the Yamaha, is what a lot of people would call an entry-level receiver. However, this compact amp gives you plenty of bang for your buck. When it comes to looks, the Denon 540 isn't particularly interesting to look at. It's your standard black box that will blend seamlessly with any entertainment system with no trouble. Yet, despite its lackluster aesthetic, there's plenty of features included that make it worth considering. Bundled with the Denon 540BT is a good remote. It's straightforward to use, and if you just flip the amp around, you'll see all your available connection options. Unlike the Yamaha, which has 5-way binding posts for its speaker connectors, it should be noted that this unit only has binding clips. This is not the end of the world, but binding posts typically give you a more secure wire connection. Still, the Denon AVR-S540BT does have a pair of analog and digital inputs and 2 subwoofer outputs. Furthermore, it even has a connector for a radio antenna should you like to go old school. What's more, along the top is a row of 5 modern HDMI inputs and 1 output. This output supports 4K video and HDCP 2.2. The 3 HDMI inputs supports HDCP 2.2, HLG, HDR, BT 2020, and 444 color mapping. What this jargon means is that the 540 supports most of the critical 4K Ultra HD video standards. And if you're still unsure after purchase and are wondering which of the 3 inputs are 4K video compatible, they're indicated on the back of the AV receiver. Lastly, sound-wise, the 540BT's clarity and precision is excellent. With dialogue, it's clean and clear with a surprisingly beefy mid-range, and it even has some potent low-frequency ability. Overall, it's an excellent choice of AV receiver. Its pros are: it has an understated design. It's got a good multitude of connectors, and its sound production has great clarity. However, it lacks the power to fill a larger room. The Denon AVR-S540BT is a well thought out product with plenty of features to ensure you have a great audio experience no matter your preferred media. Still haven't found an AV receiver that meets your needs? Well, keep watching, because we have more lined up for you. Meanwhile, if this is your first time visiting our channel, be sure to subscribe and hit the bell icon to receive notifications of our next videos. The third product on our list is the Onkyo TX-SR393. This unit has a slick, brushed, rigid aluminum interface that weighs 18.1 pounds, and as an audio device, it is definitely a step up from the usual plastic boxes you find in this price range. Looking at the bottom of this unit, there is a microphone connector, some concave-shaped power and volume control dials, as well as 3 equalizers for treble and bass, AccuEQ measuring microphone input, and even a music optimization button. There is a good range of ports on the back of the Onkyo, including Bluetooth, 4 HDMI inputs, 1 HDMI output, USB input, 5 audio inputs, 1 digital optical and coaxial, 2 for Zone B, and a parallel subwoofer output. This means you should have everything you need for a comprehensive entertainment setup. Moreover, there are speaker columns for the 2 front speakers, in addition to spring clips for the center and rear speakers, which are also located on the back panel. Unfortunately, these spring clips are not super stable. They can lose contact, so it may be a good idea to invest in some aftermarket ones of higher quality. The compact design of the amplifier makes it very easy to move, yet care should still be taken to position it, and proper cooling needs to be ensured for your safety. This product promises 155 watts of power per the 5.2 channel AVR, but in reality, this is only available at 6 ohms with 10% total distortion. There is also a separate high current analog amplifier system that has a 4 ohm drive. Not only that, but it can also convert Dolby True HD and DTS HD Master audio effortlessly. It's worth mentioning that the DSD is not available via USB, only via HDMI. It does, however, have AM/FM antennas and a calibration microphone. Yet that shouldn't be much of an issue unless you're running a very old system, and even then, you can find a converter pretty easily. What's more, it is also equipped with a vocal enhancer, advanced music optimizer, and subwoofer EQ functions. With this unit, you can enjoy comprehensive support for 4K 60p and high dynamic range video formats, including HDR10, HLG, Dolby Vision, and BT 2020 for the best quality possible today. Its pros are: it has a potential 155 watts per channel, it supports Dolby Atmos, and it's 4K 60p and HDR compatible. However, its remote control is made of very cheap plastic that feels flimsy. The Onkyo TX-SR393 is a fairly minimalist product. It looks great and has most of what you need to get a high-end audio experience. The second product on our list is the Sony STR-DH790. This is a 7.2 channel receiver that packs in a lot of great features at a reasonably affordable price point. The Sony STR-DH790 has been significantly streamlined compared to its predecessor. It has lost the USB port, sliding the calibration input over to the headphone jack, instead of moving most of the button labels from the display to the actual buttons. Generally, this works pretty well, and does make it easier to find what you're looking for. Moreover, the brushed metal face looks superb, and there are 2 adjustment knobs on the front that are big and smooth. The overall package comes together quite nicely and would look great on any media shelf. When looking at the setup process, you'll find it's pretty simple. Most things are taken care of as its calibration is wizard-driven. This is accessed through an on-screen display on whatever television or monitor you hook up to the receiver's HDMI output. The main options on the OSD are quite sparse, with a watch option to select different HDMI inputs, a listen option to choose between Bluetooth, FM, radio, and CD. Yet, there is an easy setup option that simply starts the wizard and does everything for you with just a couple of options to adjust your speakers manually. This works well with the included calibration microphone, as it can automatically tweak settings under the hood, such as speaker sizes and distances, speaker levels, and equalizer settings. The STR-DH790 provides pretty decent sound across all of the different media types, including Blu-ray movies, streaming video and audio, or streaming music over Bluetooth. What's more, the Dolby Atmos functionality is especially impressive out of such an affordable unit. It features some very heavy bass with a lot of low-down power, which is great for action films and rock concerts, but can feel strange during light comedy dialogue. Lastly, the STR-DH790 looks and feels much more like a premium product than you might expect at first glance, which just shows Sony's dedication to high build quality. It is undoubtedly a unit built to last. Its pros are: it is very easy to set up, it has clear markings for the different channels, and its build quality is very high. However, it lacks Wi-Fi for Ethernet connectivity. The Sony STR-DH790 is a strong contender. It's a very capable unit that's user-friendly enough for those new to AV receiver setups. Before we reveal number 1, be sure to check out the description below for the newest deals on each of these items. And be sure to subscribe if you want to stay up to date on the best products on the market. Finally, our top AV receiver is the Marantz NR1711. Trying to get a real home theater experience in a regular living room is difficult, especially if you usually shy away from bulky amplifiers and box speakers. Most people choose a soundbar, yet some alternatives provide much richer and better sound without taking up the entire field of view in your living room. This slick-looking Marantz surround receiver is only 6.69 inches high. It looks great and is available in both black or silver. The Marantz NR1711 has everything you need for an excellent home theater experience. This includes 3-dimensional surround sound. It offers 2 height channels as well as 5.1 audio, and is also compatible with both Dolby Atmos and DTS-X. This means that the audio track contains all the metadata about where the different objects in the audio image are placed, regardless of how many channels and speakers you have connected up. Additionally, the receiver also has so-called Dolby Atmos Height Virtualization and DTS Virtual X, which simulates elevation channels based on a more standard speaker setup, completely without elevation speakers. Additionally, the receiver can easily be set up in standard 7.1. This way, the soundscape becomes both more extensive and more believable. Another great feature is that the NR1711 has the latest video circuits, which can support 8K video signals and 4K with as much as 120 frames per second, which is helpful for gamers. When it comes to audio, the sound is very well balanced and pleasant. It has enough power to fill a small living room with all the sound you will need, even in action and suspense movies. With this unit, you really have all the features you need, including 2 memory units for auto-calibration of the speakers. This makes it far easier to test out different speaker setups and locations and switch in between them. Finally, even with its ultra-slim format, it doesn't compromise on sound quality. For that purpose, there are hardly any better buys out there. Its pros are: it has a low-profile design, it provides 8K upscaling, it has a vast range of connectivity options, and its wireless option grants improved flexibility. However, it can have compatibility issues with old TV monitors. The Marantz NR1711 is an outstanding AV receiver that will fit any living room and provide you with the best audio experience no matter what type of media you're using it for. That's all for now. Thanks for watching. If we helped you out in any way, please hit the like and subscribe button. We'll see you guys in the next videos.